Hello again. Welcome to my YouTube channel Programming with Debabrata. We are learning Python and today's class is on data structure in Python. Mainly we shall learn about the lists methods. And we can use sort and reverse method for sorting and reversing, but in this case the list you provided or list given will be reversed or sorted. Suppose A, we have A is equal to 1, 5, 2, 8, 3 and 10. We apply the reverse A dot reverse and enter. Then A is reversed, actually it will start at 10, 3, 8, 2, 5 and 1. You can see A has been changed. In the sorted operation, we use the list doesn't change, only it just does the operation and puts the value in front of you. But if you use this operation by dot, then the whole list will be changed. In this way, suppose we give the previous value of A, we are giving the previous value of A and A sorting in the ascending order. So now you can check that A has been changed to 1, 2, 3, 5, 8 and 10, that is sorted. If we want to reverse it, then A dot sort and inside bracket reverse is equal to true. Reverse is equal to true. Then you will check that A has been changed and in the reverse order. So these functions or these methods actually changes the list. You can do these operations as you require. Now list method, suppose we have a list and we want to append something, then we can just use the append operation. Here we have A, suppose we are giving the previous value of A, so A, and we want to append some numbers at the end of the list. For that we have to give A append, A dot append. Suppose we are inputting some 50, then this 50 value will be appended after the 10. Now A, you can check that after 10 50 has been added, and in B we have this. So in B we want to append some name, jackfruit. Suppose jackfruit we want to add, then give B. So in this case append, the list changes and the thing we want to add just adds in the list. In this way you can append, you can just create any list and empty list x is equal to suppose this, and then append x dot append suppose 1, then x is a list with 1, x dot append 2, x is 1, 2, x dot append suppose 10, then x becomes 1 to 10. In this way you can increase the list by the append method. This is a very good method. Now if we want to remove some object index wise, then we can use pop with the index. Suppose we have A is equal to 1, 5, 2, 8, 3, 10 and 50. We want to remove suppose 8, then we have to use the pop method with that A dot pop and the index of 8. So here index of 8 is 0, 1, 2, 3. So we giving 3. It shows it removes 8. which is at the index 3. Now check what A left. You can check the 8 has been popped out or 8 has been removed. If we don't give any indexing here, then by default it will remove things from the end. Suppose here you can check the end contains 50 and we just give a pop and nothing inside the parenthesis, so it will remove 50. It shows it has removed 50. Now if we print A, then we can check that 1, 2, 5, 3 and 10 is there. In this way we can remove indexed item or removed from the end by default with Python list. Now if we want to remove item wise, then we have to use the list method remove, and if we want to insert something, then we have to insert. Let's check what remove shows. Suppose A is equal to, I am giving the previous value of this and include here 50. A is equal to this and we want to remove the 10. So we have to use A dot remove. Here we have to give the item, not the index. So if we remove 10, then A remains without 10. You can check that after 3 and before 50, 10 has been removed. And in B, what are in B? There are jackfruit. If I want to remove Anil, then B dot remove, just give the name Anil and print B. So you can check that Anil has been removed. Now if we want to insert something, then we have to put it to some index values. How? Suppose we have removed 10 and we want to reinsert 10 in its original position. So what was the position of 10? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was the position of 10. So you can see that we have removed from 10 from there here, and we just want to insert it. Then we have to use insert. First give the index, that is 5, and then give the value what you want to insert. Then you can check that 10 is inserted at the position of 5. In this way we have removed Anil. Suppose we want to insert Manu in case of Anil. So for that we have to use B dot insert, and the position is before after Sam, suppose. So 0, 1, 2 position and Manu, and check B. So B, you can see that Ram, Sam, Manu and jackfruit. In this way we can use the remove and insert operation to play with list. Now there are other list methods, that is delete and replace. Suppose we have A is equal to this. We want to delete some parts. Suppose we want to delete from 5 to 8. Then from index 1, 2 to 3. Then we have to give it some command del A and 1 to 0, 1, 2, 3, that is we have to use 4. Then A has been changed, and you can check that 5 to 8 has been removed or deleted from A. If we want to replace something, suppose give the previous value of A. We want to replace some item with some given item, then we have to replace it index wise. Suppose we want to replace this 8 by 800, then we have to use A and the index 0, 1, 2, 3, A3 is equal to 800, and check what happens. 8 has been replaced by 800. In this way we can use delete and replace methods for list. Now if there are many items in a list, and suppose we have some particular items, we want to count how many times it appears in the list, then we have to just use the count. Suppose m is equal to 1, 2, 4, 2, 5, 6, 2, 8, 2, 9. So we have used 3 here, 1, 2, 3 and 4 times. If we want it how many times 2 are there, then m dot count, and it comes, give just 2, then it prints 4. So there are 4 times 2. If we want to check how many times 9 appear, it is obvious there is only one 9, so it once. And if we use here again suppose 5 and 9, then give how many 9s are there? There are 2 9s, here are 2. So by count we can want to create use this kind of, we can use the range function. Range creates a list, that is a range creates a list with this, it is the starting, it is the ending, and with this step size. So if we use this, then suppose we give D is equal to range 1 to 10 with a step size of 1. If we don't provide the step size 1, then by default it will take 1 as step size. Then D gives a range of 1 to 10. If we want to make it a list, then just provide list, which I told earlier, list D, and it provides 1 to 9, 1 digit before the stop. If we want a list in the decreasing order, then in a single line we can just type list range 10 to 0 with a step size of -1. It will provide a list 10 to 1. You can check it here. And if we use the default step size 1, then list, suppose range, we want it from 3 to 7 suppose, then it gives up to 6, 3, 4, 5 and 6. It must be kept in mind. Then the stop must be 1 greater than what you want to print or want to get. Again, if we give list range suppose 7, then it will give you a list from 0 to 6. We have used the default values, and if we decrease the step size or don't give anything, then it doesn't provide any list. Suppose range 7, 2, then it shows an empty list. Now list methods, we can use the list comprehension, that is various operations, applications of functions with loop and logical structures may be embedded inside a list. I have not told you for, I have kept it for other time, but just use it. Suppose A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and providing B as an empty list. So if we want to append B as the 2 times of A, then we have to use for I in A, then give colon, and with some spaces here, just B dot append and give what you want, 2 into I. Then in B you can get the doubles of the element. Here 1 is 2, print this. So you can check and B 1 becomes 2, 4, 6 and 8. In this way you can do the normal operation, but in list comprehension method you can embed the for or input the for inside the B, which will be clear here. So suppose we give B, or suppose C is equal to some new list and C is an empty list, and we provide C is equal to 2 into I for I in A. We have written the for loop inside the list. This is the beauty of Python, inside the list, and just give input and you can get C is equal to this. So if we want to check B is equal to C, then it is true actually. So B is saving as C. Now there are nested lists. Nested lists, in the list you can input lists. So these are list of lists. Actually these are matrices. Suppose we input M is equal to first list, and inside that several lists, 1, 2, 3, this is one list, 4, 5, 6, this is other list, 7, 8, 9, this is other list. This is a 3 cross 3 matrix. Actually M actually becomes 3 cross 3 matrix, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these have some indexes. This one is the first row, this one is second row, this one is third row, this one is first column, second column, third column. We will check how to get these values. So if we want to print M is equal to this, now we want to see what is the elements in the first row, then we have to just give M 0. This is the 0th row and it shows 1, 2, 3. First row it will show obviously 4, 5, 6, and len M 0. So first row, length of first row is 3, obviously it will show 3. And if we want to get some specific digits here, suppose we want to get 6, then what is the row and column? The row is here 1, this is 0 and this is 1, and the column is 0, 1, 2. So if we provide M 1, 2, then we can get that element in the nested list. This is a kind of slicing. We can go further with this. Now let us do some fine programming or some scripting. Write a Python script to input list elements, convert it to list, write to a file and read the list from file. For that we shall just create a Python script, just save it. We are saving it in the Python tutorial class 4, and we are giving it the name, suppose input list dot py. Now for inputting a list, suppose we assign a input list elements. We shall comment whenever we want to do something, some programs. So a is equal to eval input enter list elements. Then if we run this, just open a new and go to that. Okay, Python 3, and this one name is input. Just save it, input.py, and give element 1 2 3. Suppose it is just taking 1 2 3. Now convert it to a list. Convert to list. We are converting to list. Suppose a is equal to list of small a. Then print it. Print a is equal to comma a, and suppose we want to get the type, \t means it will provide a tab there, and type of a is equal to type a. Then check what happens. Just run it, save it and run it. 1 2 3, and it is showing a is equal to 1 2 3. Then type of a is classed list. Then we want to write these values inside some function. Suppose the inside some file. So open a file with write, that means w. So we are just opening with open. We are giving the name list.txt, and in the writing mode as f. Then we are writing the values inside the file. For that we have to use f.write. Here some tricks must be done. To write integers in the text file, we have to use this command /n.join, and we have to convert it to strings. Suppose string AA for AA in A. Here the items from A will be called in A, and that will be converted with string, and that will be written in the file. So after that, just whatever we do, class 4 we are going, and just delete it. Now if we run this 1 2 3, so a list is created, and you can see that 1 2 3 are printed here. Now we want to read it. For reading, open file for reading. So for that we have to open it. We are using with open. What is the file name? List.txt, but here we have to use R as suppose F1 we are giving, and we just read it and storing the data inside B. B is equal to F1 dot read, and just print it. Print read from file, and print in another line, print B, suppose B. Just run it. We are giving 1, 2, 3, 5, 60, 200, 1000, 399, etc. So there are some error. What is the error? Check it. F1 dot read, and it is showing that R as F1, error number 2. We have not given the file name properly. It is lists, but we have provided list. So just from programming point of view, you will do much errors, but you have to understand the error code. Here the error code is that no such file or directory list.txt, and we are just giving it as list.txt and just run it. Suppose 1, 2, 5, 29, 30, 1, 2000, 200, 3000, 499, etc. So you can get that these are the value, and it read from the file these values. Now check what are written in the file. In the file these values are printed. So in this way we can do the scripting with list. So this is for all for now. Thank you for watching. I shall come with other data structures in Python very soon. Thank you very much.